Skip, let me start with you. Were you surprised by the Cavs strategy?
He ain't bucking.
Okay.
Chris and Shannon are going to love my answer here, but I cannot tell a lie. I was shocked and I was disappointed in your man, LeBron James, and your man, LeBron James, because I thought he would do it the opposite way. I thought if the goal was to win 2 games, because they're still only a half game up on Toronto in the East, and they still have the 3rd best record in pro basketball. Obviously, Golden State and San Antonio are ahead of them. And if it's about winning home court advantage through the playoffs and through the potential NBA Finals, you need to win these games. So when it was announced that Marc Gasol was not going to play the first game at Cleveland, I thought, silly me, that LeBron, as the co-coach of the Cavaliers, would say, hey, you know what? Then I won't play the home game. I'm going to let Kyrie and Kevin Love and the rest try to win a game that, again, Memphis, Mike Conley's hurt now. So with no Gasol and no Conley, I'm pretty sure Kyrie and company could have won the first game. And then LeBron should have played the second game on the back-to-back at Memphis. And that poor kid who, whatever, for Christmas, you know, they held up the sign that I missed my LeBron game. He would have gotten to see LeBron and company win a game, because I believe they could have won the game at Memphis because there's no Mike Conley there, even though Gasol played the second night of the back-to-back. And I can only surmise, I can only sit back and guess, as I looked at what happened in game number 1 at Cleveland, the first game 2 nights ago. Was LeBron just trying to make an MVP case because he was taking advantage of a completely undermanned opponent that had only 8 dressed players that night, only 8. And LeBron played 36 and a half minutes. They're up 73-58 going to the fourth quarter, and LeBron played 8:38 in the fourth quarter. I'm screaming at my TV, sit him down, or to LeBron, take yourself out of the game. He did not take himself out of the game until 3:22 remained of a game. They're blowing out this hapless, defenseless Memphis team, and the numbers were not great for LeBron because he missed all 4 of his 3-pointers. Who knew? But
What was the
the
number?
point is, he had 23, 6, and 8 assists.
Where did he shoot
and
from the field?
he padded it up in the fourth quarter. He was padding his MVP
What
case
did he
stats
do?
because he knows that Shannon Sharpe is pushing him for MVP. So he took an opportunity to pad his stats. Fine with me if that's what you want to do. But then he also rules that Kyrie and Kevin can't play the next night in Memphis, because that could make LeBron look a little bad if Kyrie and Kevin went and won at Memphis without LeBron. That could hurt his then maybe I could hold it against him in the MVP debate that we would have the next day. You could say, well, I don't know. Yeah, that they did. They won without him, right?
Their record is so bad without him
Thank you,
that it
Chris.
was
Well,
one
but
more win wouldn't
This
matter.
is a new year.
I
New
do
deal.
agree. The benefit of having 3 stars is you can sit them periodically and still have a chance to win. Like, Kyrie sat both games. So I didn't get the strategy. I give T. Lue a little bit of credit. You're just saying LeBron just decided the whole thing. But, I mean, we're not talking about the fans, because we all know it's not fair to those fans in Memphis. I think from a fan standpoint, if you're going to rest these guys, rest them at home, where the Cleveland fans see them all the time. This Memphis fan, you know, not just him, but so many of them. When I was a kid living in Indianapolis, I went to see Dr. J. I didn't care about the Pacers, but I got to go to one game as a kid, one NBA game, and it was to see Dr. J. If he hadn't played, I would have been crushed, and my dad would have wasted all this money.
That was ABA, Dr.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that old.
I was trying to date you.
No, it wasn't ABA when you were feeling.
It was NBA, but yeah, strategically, I think Cleveland could have won both of those games. If you play LeBron at home, win that game, or play Kyrie, you know, at home, and then play LeBron on the road, you give the fans what they want. You maybe win that game. But it shows me that Cleveland is not the least bit concerned
By Toronto.
But they don't care about home court advantage, period.
No!
They won on the road last year. They won at Golden State a game 7.
Well, can they trust that Draymond's going to get suspended in game 4
They
again?
are better. Look,
Seriously.
I picked Golden State, but Cleveland's better this year.